Three, two, one. Cheese. Okay, perfect. I'm smiling, especially right today because Real Madrid won 4-1. I did make this video a little bit earlier, but the microphone wasn't to my mouth, so I couldn't hear anything at all. Shout out Vinicius Jr. to kickstart it. Then I think two by Mbappe, and then one by Messi Tuno, I believe, in that order. I think it was. Mbappe's penalty. I think it was 2-1, then Mbappe had a penalty, 3-1, then he iced it with 4. But anyways, doesn't matter. 4-1 victory. Shout out Madrid. We actually played Levante, which was my FIFA 06 Spanish career mode team. So every time they get promoted, or every time I see them like play Barcelona, Real Madrid, Athletic Madrid, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like my team that I used to rep all the time in FIFA 06. But anyways, shout out the team. Going from back to forward, looking at it from like a review perspective, Thibaut didn't have to do much. Don't have to say too much about him. The goal that he conceded, nice tackle by Dean. It reminds me of that luck ball in Blue Lock, if you know. Just happens to fall to Isagi, heads it home. Happens to fall to this guy, heads it home. Outside of that, Thibaut was fine. He didn't have much to do. The right back concern, well, it wasn't right back. We played three at the back technically. So Rahul was the right center back, Dean was the center back, and Alvaro was the left center back. Rahul, solid 7. Didn't do anything, didn't do much, Wasn't much threat coming on down that wing. We had most position anyways. Distribution was fine. Dean was fine. Didn't have much touches. Nice tackle, even though that was the goal. It was good defensive awareness. Good athleticism to stretch for that as well. Not much to say on Dean. He was fine. Left center back Alvaro. Out of the 3 center back that we played today, he was the guy that was more progressive for obvious reasons. But his forward movement, his control, his passing, they're all perfect. This is what Madrid just wanted from Mendy, and I guess what we would have hoped from Fran Garcia. He's like a Fran Garcia without the pace, with the IQ. It is lovely. Without the athleticism of Mendy. But he has IQ. He doesn't do anything dumb. And he does a lot of things smart. Maybe Danny Carvajal if he was a left back, but lovely player. 5 in the mid. The 3-5-2. The 5 was Vinny, Goulet, Danny, Valverde, Mastantuno. The striker was Mbappe. It was Mbappe and someone else. It was just Mbappe and someone else was in the mid. I'm forgetting. But for the 5 mid that I mentioned, I would put Vinny at last and Mastantuno second last. Danny Ceballos was fine. Controlling the game, didn't do much wrong. Good short passes. This is kind of what we wanted him to do at the end of last season, because he was very good last season in the January, February, March mark. He kind of reverted back to his Arsenal days at the last couple of months for the last season, but this game he was solid for 90 minutes or 80 minutes or whatever. Not much to say. Goulet, I need more. He was the promised child, and I need more from Goulet. You are the person supposed to be when Jude's injured. You take the mantle, and he took the mantle for the first couple of games. We thought maybe Jude could hug bench, but when he comes back, he could play the 8, and Goulet could play the 10. Now it's been a couple of games. I'm not really seeing much. A lot of forward passes that he could have done or could have attempted, he didn't do it. He's supposed to be the creative genius, but he isn't. He's defective Modric, and I love Goulet. I'm just, for Madrid standards, for what we are trying to accomplish, he could hug bench and improve, or somehow Xavi Alonso can make it work with him and Jude playing again. Great rotational player, great starting player. He just needs more of a push, I feel. Goulet, Danny, Valverde, I think one of his better games. I was pretty critical of him early on this season because he hasn't been performing to the lengths and the levels that he did prior to. But new manager, new system, new everything, and we are winning. He is captain and we are winning. So I still want more from him, especially offensively. Defensively, he's fine. I just want him to feel a little bit more comfortable. I think in this game he felt a little bit more comfortable, but maybe keep it up. You know what I mean? But Valverde, you can't go wrong. Box to box genius. There's no wrong in my eyes. Now, time for the wingers. Mastantuono, I'll talk about him first. He's raw dog. He's all power. He's all raw. That South Americanness is still in him. For me, when you put on this badge, he tries his best. He's a high person, maybe a high medium, but he needs to be more leveled. He needs to be more chilled. He reminds me of a Vinicius Jr. when he first came into the squad, where you can see his potential. You can see his raw ability. Mastantuono, it's like, okay, he loses the ball a lot of times. Sometimes he loses the ball a lot of times. Sometimes his dribbles and take-ons aren't great. Like Mbappe, when he takes on 7 out of 10, it kind of works. Mastantuono, it's like the 50-50. Vinny is like 1/5 now, like 1 out of 5. But Mastantuono is like, you don't really know what you're gonna get, which is good because the enemy doesn't actually know what you're gonna get either. So there's that element of surprise. But even for his teammates or for the fans, I would say you don't really know what you're gonna get. His passing is kind of wayward too. Just a little bit more training, and I think he has enough raw potential and raw talent to be something important and precious in the future for the club. Now, when it comes to Vinicius Jr., he scored a goal. Talking about the goal, I'll give him up for him because outside the boot, Trivela-esque, goalkeeper's blind spot. He did not see it. It was pretty clever of him to do that. I think that opened up the game. So shout out Vinny for that. Outside that, Matt there was shit, and I love him. He was shit. His take-ons were horrible. I don't remember a single. Besides when he keeps cutting it inside, it hasn't been the best. So I'm not gonna lie, and I kind of need more from Vinny. But at this point, I think we just all know deep down we're not gonna get more, and we have to rely on Jude and Mbappe. But thank you for the goal. When Rodrigo came on, didn't really do much. He only had like 5-10 minutes to do anything anyways, so I can't be too critical on him either. When Jude came on, like the prodigal child is back. He is the guy, him and Mbappe, that will lead this club to the future. Shout out Vinny. It's supposed to be you, Vinny. The Ballon d'Or season really, Ballon d'Or snub season really dampened your mood, I guess. But when it comes to Jude, he's the guy. If he wins a World Cup, Jude would be like the next thing. But it doesn't matter. Jude came on. Him and Camavinga need a little bit more touches because the passing was kind of wayward. Outside of that, the dribbling was what we know from Jude. The little Cruyff turn, the little step over left, step over right turn. He loves those turns. Seems like he still has that. Wasn't much pressure for him, but irrespective, a little bit more game time so he get the feel back, but he was fine. Camavinga, same thing. Passing was a little wayward. Remember at the end we did like a switch. The switch was poor. Besides that, he only had like 10 minutes to showcase, so it's fine. Xavi Alonso knows what he's doing. Tchouameni was fine. We all know how I feel about him. When it comes to Mbappe, the 2 goals, lovely. Oh wait, Mastantuono scored that goal. Yeah, even that goal was fine. That's fine. First goal of the campaign, first goal of the league campaign, and his Real Madrid campaign. I just need a little bit more because he has those chances to score many goals, and I think in the future he will. But hopefully it won't be games that cost us. Anyways, Mbappe's Mbappe. This is a World Cup season. This is a World Cup year. You know what he's about to bring. He's about to bring the Ballon d'Or level performance. What? 7-6 in La Liga. I think he's 8-7 in total. He is a machine. He is on a mission, and the only thing holding him down is the team. But even then, the teams are holding him down because we are 6-6 in Liga. I think 7 in all competitions. We are on a roll as well. But as for Mbappe, no, yeah, he's doing his job. He's doing his thing. Nice second goal, walking around the keeper, kicking it in, passing it in. Second goal, he got the first goal. He got the penalty. He got it himself, a little cutback, and then slots it home with the little dink over the top. So, even with that first pen goal, you can see he got the swagger in him. You see he got the mojo. He ain't Brazilian, but he got that jogo. So, with Madrid and Mbappe, I think right now we're looking for a league double. I'm not really confident in the treble or Champions League UCL because Benny's not on his game. Even when Rodrigo comes on, he's not on his game like that. So until one of them clicks, I'm not really comfortable, especially since Masatuno is young and he's new to it. Goulet isn't really hitting it, and Jude just came back, so it's a lot of waiting to see for that one. But irrespective, 4-1. Shout out Madrid. Holla Madrid. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bella ciao.